My fellow Nigerians, fear grip Tinubu's government as Trump appoints one MAZI NNAMDI supporter as his chief of staff. This information have been flying, and now people are now saying that mind don't enter Tinubu's government for stomach, and a lot of information have been flying. Please, if you are coming across this update, you really need to listen to this video, because a lot of latest information have been released, and also share it so that other Nigerians who have not come across this very update can still listen to waiting idea for this update.
First time a woman will serve as the White House Chief of Staff. President-elect Donald Trump named co-campaign chair Susie Wiles to the role on Thursday. The Chief of Staff is often considered one of the most important unelected posts in Washington, D.C. Wiles has gained respect among Republican allies throughout her career in political campaigns, along with her work on the Trump 2024 campaign. She was his state director in Florida for the previous two contests.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Today is 10th day of November 2024. There is an information at my disposal that came yesterday. And what could that be? The presidency. When I mean the presidency, the federal government of Nigeria allegedly held meeting yesterday for them to start lobbying against Biafra agitation to the new government that is coming in America. That sounds funny, right? That sounds irrelevant. It doesn't make sense. How would presidency start lobbying against Biafra agitation and IPOB to the new president-elect? By the way, Trump has communicated to the presidents of South Africa, Egypt, and Kenya. I don't know whether he's sidelined the giant of Africa, but that is a topic for another day. Now, this is a disturbing news to the presidency. And why is it a disturbing news to the presidency? Stay with me throughout this video. I am going to decode one of the greatest secrets about Biafra agitation, Trump's government, and the Nigeria government that you have never heard before. Now, I am going to tell you that one of the most important things to Tinubu's government now is to convince the government of Donald J. Trump why there should not be secession in Nigeria. And why is it so? Donald J. Trump just announced that the co-chair of his campaign, Susie Wiles, will be his own chief of staff. And who is Susie Wiles? Susie Wiles is the lobbyist of NNAMDI KANU before the Congress in America. NNAMDI KANU, through the IPOB, during the time NNAMDI KANU have not been put into detention, was paying Susie Wiles' company. She has a lobbying company that lobbies for people if you want to do anything. It's not only about the Biafra agitation. She lobbies for both tobacco companies and so many companies in America. Now, why is this a disturbing news? Susie Wiles personally have interest about the liberation of people who are being punished because of their self-determination. She's in love with that. And that is why she found interest about Biafra agitation. Now, in the year 2020, they asked NNAMDI KANU to come closer to Donald Trump's campaign and so on and so forth, so that when Donald Trump becomes the 46th president of America, it will be easier for them to do everything they have planned. Unfortunately, Donald Trump lost the election. During the campaign, you saw NNAMDI KANU was invited by the head of Republican Party in the state of Iowa. NNAMDI KANU was there in the VIP, the news trended the period, but people don't understand what was going on, underground, if I may say so. Now, after Donald Trump lost the election, it seems that the whole plan has been shattered. And the new government that came in, that is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they don't have interest about people who are dying. And that is why even when so many people were massacred, orchestrated massacred against the Christians on Christmas Eve, where they killed almost 200 and something people, they sacked the village in Plateau State, the whole world leaders almost reacted, but America did not react because they don't find interest in doing all those things. The only thing they have interest is that Nigeria should be able to allow men who want to become women to become women, people who want to become cats to become cats. They should allow everybody to live the way they want. That is what interests Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Now, here is the tension. This woman has been appointed by Trump as the chief of staff. And this is the most important thing to Nigeria government at this moment. Why? Because Biafra agitation, despite Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, is going to get a new twist. And people don't understand how the international politics controls a lot of things that happen in Nigeria. Before I go forward, let me just digress a little to tell you that the Democrats, their party, that is the left wing of the United States politics, they are responsible for so many things that are going on in Nigeria. I could remember how Goodluck Ebele Jonathan went to Barack Obama and begged Barack Obama, I need help in my country to fight against Boko Haram because people are sponsoring these terrorists and so on and so forth. Barack Obama was looking at Jonathan like someone who is non-entity because for him, he has killed Gaddafi and he's ready to do undo to any president in Africa. That power was intoxicating him. So Barack Obama single-handedly facilitated the removal of Goodluck Jonathan. Even while Nigeria election was going, Barack Obama sent troops to Ghana, waiting in Ghana. If anything happened, they will help to remove Jonathan. So Jonathan saw all those things and he gave up by making call to Buhari, even when Professor Atahiro Jega, the INEC chairman then, has not announced the election. Now, let us come back to what is happening. Why the federal government is interested to negotiating to the new government that is coming to America, because they are afraid that the government is going to wholeheartedly support Biafra agitation because of marginalization and persecution of the minority people from across Africa. Let's dive into the news. So, following this development, Sahara Reporters published yesterday that how Donald Trump's new chief of staff, Susie Wise, worked for IPOB movement in 2019 through her lobbying firm. The article was written on November 9, 2024. Days ago, Trump, who defeated Vice President Kamala Harris in the tight presidential contest, had selected his campaign manager, Susie Wise, to serve as his chief of staff. Here is the details of the article. Susie Wise, the newly announced chief of staff to United States President-elect Donald Trump, was co-chair of a lobbying firm hired by the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB in 2019, and the two parties extensively worked together, records have shown. Days ago, Trump, who defeated Vice President Kamala Harris in the tight presidential contest, has selected his campaign manager Susie Wise to serve as his chief of staff. Wise will be the first woman to serve as chief of staff. Susie Wise just helped me achieve one of the greatest political victories in American history and was an integral part of both my 2016 and 2020 successful campaigns, Trump said in the statement announcing his election. Susie is tough, smart, innovative, and is universally admired and respected. Susie will continue to work tirelessly to make America great again, Donald Trump added. The profile of Wise revealed that until earlier this year, she was a lobbyist for tobacco company Swisha International, for which she worked to influence Congress on FDA regulations, according to disclosures filed with the Senate. She is a co-chair of Mercury Public Affairs since February 2022, and she was a lobbyist for Ballard Partners, the firm founded by Trump ally and campaign bundler Brain Ballard. There she worked as a lobbyist for coal company Alliance Resources Partner, insurance company, Bankers Financial Corporation, General Motors Marketing Company, Zeta Global, transportation company, Origin Logistics, and more companies. A further probe into her records revealed that IPOB hired the Wise firm to lobby the Congress and the Senate Department on the promotion of human rights and democracy in Nigeria, according to a report by foreignlobby.com in 2021. IPOB has a lobbying contract with the Mercury Public Affairs. The engagement, which started in October 2019, is for $85,000 per month, $85,000 per month, but the firm only disclosed $254,000 in payment with the U.S. Department of Justice for all of last year. According to media reports, the emergence of Donald Trump as the winner of the U.S. presidential election intensified hope of an independent nation known as Biafra. as Trump's victory was sealed, messages started to circulate in a WhatsApp group created for the Biafra agitation. President Donald Trump's victory is an inspiration to Biafrans all over the world. Trump defeated Vice President Kamala Harris in the 6th November election to emerge as the 47th President of the United States of America. While his own win has been viewed with a level of misgiving by his critics in Africa, there was jubilation in the Biafra agitation community. As world leaders sent out their congratulatory message to Trump, self-proclaimed Biafra Prime Minister Simon Ekpa quickly joined the fray. As a emerging nation, the United States of Biafra looks forward to the USA's commitment to the principle of self-determination and the freedom of people to choose their own form of government, Ekpa, who lives in Finland, said on X. Another separatist said on X, Biafran is set to exit. We have suffered in the hands of Nigeria terrorist government. Freedom is now. The Republic of Biafra in Nigeria Eastern region is dominated by the Igbo ethnic group. In 2020, the group claimed that the leadership of the U.S. Republican Party in Iowa invited NNAMDI KANU as a special guest at a Trump campaign rally. 4 years earlier, KANU had written to Trump, then president-elect, and urged him to support Biafra's push for independence in the same way that he had amplified the message of Brexiters in the United Kingdom. So this is the details of the article from the Sahara Reporters, and what do you understand by this? Well, for me, I think there is no cause for alarm, but the federal government of Nigeria knows the reason, the exact reason why they are panicking. They know the exact reason why they are trying to hold a meeting and start counter-campaign against this Biafra agitation issue. Maybe they really understand that Trump stands for, especially for people who have been marginalized, persecuted because of their minority, because they find themselves in a country that is not suitable for them, and so on and so forth. You know, I could remember how Trump also supported the Brexit. But the issue is this: the NNAMDI KANU's IPOB was not looking for America to come and help them to do so many things. No, they were just looking for a way where they can push further to make sure they have their own country, where any other foreign government will interfere. That was the point NNAMDI KANU was pushing for. And what is happening today